PCR and rapids. So PCR technique is developed by the Kary-Mullis. It is known as the polymer chain reaction. It was realized that short primers would bind to several locations in a genome and thus could produce multiple fragments. Williams et al. 1990 developed the random amplified polymorphic DNA rapid, a technique using very short 10 base primers to generate random fragments from template DNA. Rapid fragments can be separated and used as a genetic markers, a kind of DNA fingerprints. So the difference between the PCR and the rapid. Both the cases we can use the buffer solution containing the magnesium plus 2 ions. Usually high magnesium plus 2 concentrations are used to lowering annealing stringency. We have the template DNA and both the cases, two primers that flank the fragment DNA to be amplified in case of the PCR. In the rapid also we can have the two primers, but the primer's length is just very short and base pairs. Here we can use the DNA amplification by using the dNTPs as the DNA precursors. Taq polymerase enzyme, another thermal stable DNA polymerase enzyme. This is extracted from the Thermus aquaticus bacteria. So it is a heat stable DNA polymerizing enzyme. Because of that, we need not add the DNA polymerizing enzyme time to time while changing the temperature because it is the heat step. So in the PCR technique, we have basically 3 steps. At high temperature, we are using for melting, and the primers annealing at 50 degrees centigrade, and the DNA polymerization will takes place at 72 degrees centigrade. So the melting temperature in the PCR at 94 degrees centigrade, at a particular temperature the two DNA strands will be separated. So by taking certain temperature 94 degrees centigrade and time, the two DNA strands will be separated in the form of the single stranded DNAs. And after that the single stranded DNAs will be binded with the primers, that is known as the annealing temperature at 50 degrees centigrade. And after that we can do the extension at 72 degrees centigrade. The two DNA strands will be converted single stranded to double stranded DNAs in the form of the certain time. Whatever the single stranded DNAs will be converted into form of the double stranded DNAs. So at certain melting temperature, two DNA strands will be separated by heating at melting temperature. It will be continued several cycles. So at once the single stranded DNAs are there, the primers will be binded at the target sites at 50 degrees centigrade. In case of the PCR technique, we can use the more temperature to specific binding of the primers. And after that we can do the polymerization of the single stranded DNAs into double stranded DNAs at 72 degrees centigrade. So each time the DNA concentration will be doubled from the 0 cycle to cycle 2, cycle 1, cycle 2, cycle 3. Like this, we can see at third cycle the DNA fragments are 8, at sixth cycle the DNA fragments are 64. Two modifications are made to typical thermal cycling when rapid is being done. The annealing temperatures are generally very low, around 36 degrees centigrade. This allows very short primers to anneal to template DNA. And because the length of the DNA is less, we need to take the annealing temperature is less. When the strand primer length is increases, the annealing temperature will be increased. And at the same time, the efficiency of the polymerization is less in case of the short primer. Because of that, we need to take the more thermal cycles for the polymerization. In case of the rapid, primers bind to many locations on the template DNA. When primers binding sites are close and oriented in opposite directions, so the primers point towards each other, will amplify takes place. So when they are in the form of the different directions, but there is no opposite directions in the primers binding, it is no use. When the primers are binding in the same direction, also no use. And when the primers are binding in the opposite direction, the amplified DNA is very lengthy. For example, 2000 bases, the amplification will not be takes place proper. And when the primer bindings in the opposite direction in between 100 to 1500 bases, the amplification will be takes place properly, and we can multiply the DNA in that regions. So once we have the DNA fragments of many with different samples with different primers. For example, we are in this diagram, there are 3 primers with 3 samples, and in this we can do the Sutherland blotting. In the Sutherland blotting, we can do the agar gel. The agar gel which forms the microvels by using the comb, and the DNA will be segregated based on their length. So based on the length of the DNA fragments, they will be separated. In this Sutherland blotting, the DNA moves from the negative pole to positive pole based on the length of the DNA. If the length of the DNA increases, the movement of the DNA fragment will be slow. So the variation will occur by either additions or deletions. So if you are getting same length of the fragments, you are getting the monomorphic DNA fragments. Suppose you are collected plant sample, for example, in case of the Gymnema sylvestre in the different districts, by taking different morphological portions like stem and leaf, you can extract DNA and multiply it and do the Sutherland blotting, and you are getting any variation in the bands and the secondary metabolite gymnemic acid concentration. So once there is a variation within the content of the secondary metabolite and the DNA fragments variation, we can say that is a type of the genetic correlation in the increasing of the secondary metabolite. So sometimes we can see the secondary metabolite is increased, but there is no any variation in the fragments. We can say that is just a ecological variation rather than the genetic variation, or ecological either irrigation or the nutrition. So like this we can use the PCR technique, which and in the form of the different forms, rapids, we can analyze any genetic variation is there among the collected samples, whether the second metabolite concentration is increased because of the nutrition and irrigation rather than the genetic variation. If it is a genetic variation, that will be useful to further by using the micropropagation. We can use that type of the ecotypes for the further propagation.